let's talk about the new PolarPro LightLeap Lens. First, let's do a quick unboxing to see more of the details of the lens. And as we are looking at this, I'm going to read the overview that PolarPro has put out about this lens. It's get that timeless, nostalgic look straight in camera with the PolarPro LightLeap Lens. This lens brings back timeless feel of analog photography, allowing you to instantly capture filmic style images with your professional digital setup. It is a useful alternative for shooting photography or videography in a unique and authentic way, providing that nostalgic feel and answering your creative calling. Each frame tells a story and will have a distinct vintage look, characterized by rich colors, natural grain, and adjustable light leaks that digital cameras simply can't replicate. Well, here is my unbiased impressions of having the PolarPro lens since literally the day it came out. I reached out to PolarPro, was like, hey, let's do a review, let's do a collaboration. They were like, oh, Roland, we don't have any collaborations active at this time. Now, of course, you see other people and have some friends who conveniently had it beforehand time for a collaboration, but it's okay. If I'm too small for credit, that's cool. So guess what? I bought this with my hard-earned money. So I can tell you if you need to use your hard-earned money for it. I am shooting with the Nikon Z6 III. I ordered the 28mm LightLeap lens. Now, my initial impressions of it coming out, it's a sleek metal, it's sturdy, looks pretty cool. One of the things that I was a little apprehensive about is because I was buying something, of course, that's brand new, that nobody really has any information out. Second of all, it's a pretty bold claim with the filmic, or get the filmic feels of, analog footage or film footage. And the other thing is there wasn't really much information on it. Not on PolarPro's site. There's not a lot of images to kind of go off, a lot of video, and to know what's been shot with what, because nothing was really cataloged. But the main reason I wanted it, because I love having something a little bit different, something to add a little bit character to maybe specific shots in videography, whether you're doing a commercial, a documentary, something that's going to give you a little bit different shot when you're doing travel work, travel and tourism in that sense. And it was just different. So I got the 28mm, which they say is a sweet spot. It's in the middle because I want to also capture my surrounding areas. But I cannot lie, once I got into it, I looked at it. We did get a response from PolarPro. Give me 1 second, because I had a great question. So I asked PolarPro, would there be any risk of damage to your camera sensor with the LightLeak function? Because, most people just don't understand, a camera sensor is like an engine in a car. You damage your camera sensor, it's like replacing an engine in a car. And generally, it's just better if you don't have insurance, get PPA or get some type of insurance. You're better off just getting another camera. And so I just wanted to ask, hey, is there any damage or any risk of damage? And PolarPro says, thank you for your patience. We heard back from our colleagues on the design team for the lenses this morning, and they confirmed that lenses won't inherently cause any sensor damage. They're fine to use in all same scenarios you use a regular camera lens, and so forth and so forth. So look, the other thing that I was a little disappointed with is when I first got it, they said you had this, you twist your ring, and that's where you will find the light. You find the light and get the filmic light leaks. So you see here, you have your ring, and really you just kind of have to pull this ring. There's nothing to lock it in place. What you'll see here is right here, as you move this ring around, it has a clear piece. You can't really see it on the inside, but they have this clear piece here, and that's where it creates your light leak. So wherever you see light, or you can get light, and you twist, to adjust your light leak, that's what that is. So there wasn't really much of that. Sometimes it doesn't really stay. It slides back. We're gonna throw up some videos, some photos as well, so you can actually see for yourself. But to be honest with you, I was a little underwhelmed by it. I understand it's only $150 or so forth, but it really reminded me of something. And what it reminded me is this, which I reached out to them, and it was kindly to send this out, and we're gonna do a review on this, and we're going to compare the two because they're very similar lenses as well. So overall, I think it's just something kind of cool, fun, quirky to play with. It's probably just gonna sit in my bag until I go take a trip and I can put some other tests to it. You can buy if you want. If I had to buy it again, I probably wouldn't. I would just kind of pass up, because with this, you'll see in the future or in the next video or few videos why I might recommend this over this.